She's
Yeah.
about to walk. Trust me.
Yeah, hope so. Okay, and do you feel that if all the students know about this knowledge, they could learn very fast at school?
Oh yes, definitely. It improved my studying tenfold.
Wow, congratulations! And you learned this knowledge
Recording in progress.
with your with your parents for many years already, right?
Um, I yes, I would say so. It started a long time ago, where I only knew little pieces of the knowledge, and then I started to learn more through Wikit and some of the events and workshops that WIT hosts.
Dạ, chào thầy. Hello, cô Tiên.
Hello,
Yes.
everyone.
This is the first
Hello.
time I have a chance to interact or talk to Tuấn Kiệt.
Oh, the first time.
Yes.
Surprising because I don't think he appears today to talk to you.
Very friendly, but I'm curious. Maybe he's too handsome to let everyone know know him.
Why the mask on? What's wrong, son?
Oh, today, I sneeze a lot, so I have to wear the mask to prevent my nose from being more sensitive.
Good. Okay.
I would have taken it off today, but my nose is too sensitive.
Thanks for being here. So I am talking to him about how students could apply this knowledge to help them in studying, and for myself, I see that all of root education philosophy helps us could expand our knowledge limitlessly and very effective. Everyone like for me, I have confidence to learn new thing now. Yeah, I could break the barriers inside
Correct.
and believe that all of us could cultivate or activate our calmer inside for something new if we really want. We have the way to do it.
Yes, exactly. So his name, his nickname is Fami. Fami.
Yes.
Sammy, what does it mean?
Is mean family or is a kind of music note?
Yes.
Oh, related to music too.
Yes.
I
Yes.
see.
Okay, Form, I think you should share with your friends and teachers about your purpose, why you are here with us, and what do you wish, and what is your desire, so on.
I think starting first with why I'm here is to continue learning and to expand the knowledge that I have. And my second motive for being here is to actually apply this knowledge into my own life and guide my friends and family from using this knowledge in the daily life.
But have you ever put into practice some of the knowledge of this kind of philosophy?
Oh yes,
Some
yes,
example?
I have.
Yes. Share some context of example.
Oh wow, it's rare that I get to share. Maybe around some time ago now, during the school year of 2025. I mean 2024. I used to hang out a lot in the school campus. So whenever the recess or the break starts, I would go down there with some friends I know to have a drink. And so during those times, sometimes some friends would approach me asking some questions like, there's this friend, let's call him Người. He is a very esteemed football player, a soccer player in my school. But he came to me one day and then he asked me something related to soccer, like he wanted to go to the big leagues and have a professional coach and just go up in his sport. And he came to me, he asked, and then he told me that he doesn't know how to get it across to his parents the importance of this, and in general he did not know how to get it across to his parents so that they would understand. So, since he came to me asking that, I kind of slowed down a little bit and just told him that applying some of the knowledge that I've learned is, if he does not know how to get that across to his parents, I think that he should rearrange and rephrase that question. So I gave him an example, like, what if instead of how can I get this across to my parents, I told him that instead, maybe as an example, it could be that say he wants to have his parents' support, right? So in my thinking, he could have said, say, what's the best share to my parents that this is my passion, and that it would be great if he had support from his parents. So I told him that, and he kind of asked a few more questions because he didn't quite understand what I was trying to get at. But the next day, the same as usual in the recess, he came to me and then he told me that his parents agreed, and that at first they didn't understand what he said before I talked to him, and then after, his parents finally understood that this is what my child wants, this is what my kid wants, and for their future. And that's one of the most recent examples. And maybe a bit more on, maybe even more recent, just here and there, I have a lot of friends message me about how they should go with their passions, their hobbies, and just the way they should guide themselves. But I'm not in control of their life, so usually I just give them the best piece of knowledge that I know from WIT, such as a friend who I remember he wasn't very willing to adjust his health and his body, because at that time he was a very big chubby boy, and he messaged me. He told me that he told me that he exercised, but he immediately feels very uncomfy, and eventually he stops doing his exercises. So remembering what Master Quang shared with us, actually no, not Master Quang, teacher Lo So Thấu, he shared with us that you cannot exercise with hold on. Let me try to remember. It was when you are exercising or when you are doing anything related to training, your body, your mind, your health, anything. It is not considered so if you are not uncomfortable while doing it because you're always pushing yourself in that moment. And that's what I said to my friend. And at first, um, at first he listened, but then this is what happened to my words. It just is like a wall. But eventually, once he started to think more over time, like weeks, maybe even some months, he realized what I really meant. And so, with what I have given him, he eventually became very fit. Um, he lost. He was a 85-kilogram boy, and he went down to just 70, and he lost 15 pounds of body fat in that time. So I'm very proud of him.
Okay, you're surprising, eh?
Yes, very surprising.
It's good.
This is
Congratulations.
around after some months where I really was more in depth with the knowledge, to where I wanted to connect to other human more. As you know that I used to be in my room like a box all day. You remember?
Yeah, I do.
But now because of
You
my
locked
my
yourself.
mindset,
I remember the
yes.
time you locked yourself in the room for the whole day, playing games or
Oh my
communicating
God,
with
that
your.
was such a long time ago. That was that 2021 where you when you and
Uh,
mom started
around the
learning?
yeah, that's right.
My
2021.
goodness, I was scared of talking to people. You remember?
And now?
But now I'm very proud of how far I've come because now uh, with my mindset and with what I do now, since I am a photographer and someone who needs to speak to a lot of people, I feel like that has opened many paths that I can go and many opportunities. I'm very happy about it.
Good. So.
And I did not mention the knowledge really helped me in my school social relationships. Um, because before, I think I haven't even told my dad this, but it was around the first year that I was studying at that school, and I did not have a lot of friends even after the end of that year. But immediately, everything changed after I really studied the knowledge in the next year that I studied there. To me, and I was very surprised.
So you can see that the value of the our philosophy of education is very great, right? And
Yeah.
you need to like to give the room back to our MC, our teacher Gemma. Thank you so much for giving us the time, Gemma.
Thank you, thầy Thấu. Thank you, Tấn Kiệt. I think all of us here really proud of you. A young generation really learn, accept to learn and apply and also help others by this knowledge. And I hope that in some other sections or even later today, you have more time. but also
Recording
in
in
English
progress.
for foreigners, people all around the world. And I admire her so much because of her reality about a harmonious family, about her other aspect like physics, and also the very like, how can I say, continuously sharing from morning to night with many courses in English and Vietnamese. So please welcome cô An Trang. She will share with us about condition, the second important content with our journey. After we finish the course already, so today we will move to condition. So please send all your flowers and your hearts and claps to welcome her. Please, teacher.
Hello, teacher Gemma. Thank you ever so much for the great introduction. Hi, everyone. I was so proud as well as admired as well as feel is very warm-hearted to hear Tunking's story. Thank you ever so much for sharing a lot of what you learned so far and your transformation journey with us today, and especially sharing something that you haven't even shared with your dad before. Thank you for your presence, thầy Xuân Thống. Thank you for chị Tiên, chị Xuân, chị An, and anh Bình for your presence today. Okay, especially our IT, who's always hide behind the camera, our IT man. Thank you for all of you for being here and continue the journeys, the journey of upgrading ourselves, transforming ourselves from the inside out. Okay, and once again, please allow me to send my appreciation and gratitude to our master head teacher, Trang. He is a great inspiration for all of us, and he is not only the model, but he walk the walk and talk the talk, and that's how we'll be able to sit here, connect with each other, and learning this philosophy knowledge. Okay, and thank you ever so much for the total karma that connect us all here today. Okay. So for the last 20 sessions so far, yeah, we have been together for the last 20 sessions already, everyone. Okay, 20 sessions. So today is the session 21. Okay, 21, and we're moving on from the cause, the good cause, okay, toward to condition. Okay, and the next 3 days, I'm going to accompany you to share about the favorable condition. Okay? And we know that once we has built up the good cause within us, the more likely we're going to meet the favorable condition. Favorable condition. And as the result of it, okay, we will have the reality that we dream of. Or in another word, we say that we're going to have the desirable outcome. Outcome. Okay. And as we have heard Tunkik sharing his story earlier, he has certain reality, desirable outcomes already appear in his life, thanks to the knowledge that we learn. Okay. And again, today we're going to dig deeper into how and what we're going to do in order to get that desirable outcome in all aspects of our life, in all dimensions of our life, not just in one or two area, but in all aspects of our life. Okay. And if you remember the holistic house, that we had drawn before, previously, in the first few sessions. Okay. Can someone remind me all the aspects that we have of the holistic house, holistic wealth house? Okay. What do we call the foundation?
Yeah, inner being.
Inner being. Thank you very much, Teacher Gemma. So we have the foundation of the house is inner being. Inner being, some called inner self, some called inner word. Okay. And here we said our inner beings as the best part of our human being. Okay. And on the left hand side, on the left pillar, we have health. On the right pillar, we have relationships. Relationships. Okay. And on the rooftop, we have finances. So this is the holistic wealth house. Yeah, the homes of holistic wealth. Okay. So from today until today onward, for the next 3 sessions, I will accompany you to complete this house and to share about the condition. Okay, condition. So what is conditioned? Condition. So when we talk about favorable condition, okay, whenever we mention condition, we actually talking about people around it. Okay, the people around it, the connections that we have in life. Conditions are connection. The connections that we build up since we was a little kids until today. There's a certain people come across our life. Some stays and some have left. Okay. There's a certain connection that we have been building up, and we still maintain it until this day, and some of it's already gone. So therefore, in order to truly understand about condition, to truly understand how people connect to each other, okay, understand about human beings, there's two people. Okay, there's two people in human life that we need to understand. Okay. There's two people in human life that we need to understand. Do you know who they are? Do you know who are those two people?
Ourselves and others.
Yes, thank you very much, Teacher Gemma. Yes. So we have ourselves.
Thank you, though.
Ourselves and others. Okay, so the whole journey of of building the favorable conditions is that we going to fulfill our awareness of ourselves and fulfill awareness of others. Okay, so fulfilled awareness. Fulfilled awareness of ourselves and fulfilled awareness of others. Okay. So today we're going to look at, firstly, we're looking at what is awareness. And then once we can differentiate between different level of awareness, then we're moving on to talk about ourselves. And then after ourselves, we'll talk about others. Then by having clear information about ourselves and others, we have elevated our awareness of ourselves and others. And that means we have fulfilled our awareness of human beings as to the fullest. So from that simplicity, we're going to explore first what is awareness. Secondly, what is ourself, what involved in it, what ourself involved in it, and what is others. Okay, and then at the end we're going to combine it all together. Okay, and we will discuss about what is fulfilled awareness of ourselves and others, or in another word, we say what fulfilled awareness of human beings. Okay. There's a saying regarding awareness. There's a saying, with awareness comes reality. With fulfilled awareness comes stable reality. Okay. So with awareness comes reality. With fulfilled awareness comes a stable reality. Okay. Hello, anh Phước. With awareness comes reality, and with fulfilled awareness comes stable reality. So, where does our awareness come from? Do you know? Based on the topics of the human energetic structure. Does anyone here remember where does our awareness, what comes after awareness? So in the past, we mostly pay attention to what we call action. Okay, if we want to change anything in our life, we focus on changing our action, changing our behavior, right? So first is our action. In the past, we focus on action or behavior. And experts have shown us that our action and behavior come from our thinking. It's all generated from our thinking. Yeah. And our thinking is built upon the foundation of our awareness. Is built upon the foundation of our awareness. Okay, so our awareness is the root of human life. Awareness is the root of human life. So from here, we have a conclusion that awareness is the root of human life. Awareness is the root of human life. Okay, so from this perspective of human nature, human energetic structure, okay, whatever awareness a person holds, that will shape their thinking, and in turn, that thinking will guide their actions or behavior. Right. For example, if someone exhibits a certain behavior about money, it means they can carry certain thoughts about money, and prior to that, a specific awareness around money. Yeah. So if someone behaving something around money, like let's say when they see money, they want to get all of the money. They want to attract all of the money in the world. Okay, when they lack money, they feel irritable. For example, they feel suffering, then that kind of behavior around money is all starts from their thought, their thinking. Okay? And prior to that, the specific awareness around money. So any outer behavior, any outer action reflects an inner thinking pattern, the inner thinking pattern, and rooted in an inner awareness. Okay, so in general, we assume that once someone has awareness, they naturally be guided toward goodness. Okay, we assume that once someone has awareness, they naturally be guided toward goodness. Okay, so that is the assumption that we going to agree with each other. Yeah, if anyone has awareness, they naturally be guided toward goodness. Okay? And that's why people often say that they already have awareness. Okay, they already have awareness. So, awareness. So some people say that they already have awareness, already have the right thinking, so their actions must be good. Okay, we had the 3 different stages of awareness. Okay, have awareness. That's what people often say. They have awareness. Okay, so when they have awareness, that means that they already have the right thinking, and so their actions must be good. Okay, because our assumption is that, okay, whenever someone has awareness, they naturally be guided toward goodness. So when someone said that, oh, I already have awareness about this, that means they already have the right thinking, and so the actions must be good. However, in reality, it's not exactly like theory, right? Society tends to invest little attention in cultivating awareness. Our society focuses mostly on action, behavior, or maybe better is get to thinking, and that's it. Okay, we tend to invest very little attention in cultivating awareness. And fortunately for us, within the WIT organization, we have already developed awareness around this very aspect. So develop the awareness of awareness itself. Okay, and awareness itself. So now we have 3 different terms for awareness. Okay, we're going to look at what does it mean to be without awareness, which means lack awareness. So without awareness, okay, with awareness, that have awareness, and with fulfilled awareness. Okay, so there's 3 different stages of awareness, and that's why we got to constantly elevate our awareness from without awareness, with awareness, and with fulfilled awareness. Okay. In another word, lack awareness, have awareness, and have fulfilled our awareness. A person's awareness determines their thinking. Okay? A person's awareness determines their thinking, and their thinking determines their action, right, or their behavior. So therefore, awareness is the root of human life. Awareness is the root of human life, and thinking is the stem, and action is the fruit. Okay, so if awareness is the root, then thinking is the stem, and action is the action or behavior is the fruit. Yeah. So this is why awareness-based education, what we're having in WIT community organization, is what we call awareness-based education or root education, that leads us straight into the core of awareness. So in order to understand what does it mean to lack awareness, have awareness, and have fulfilled our awareness, we first must explore the 3 standardized reference system. Yeah, 3 standards reference system. Okay, so let's remind ourselves quickly about the 3 standard reference system in order for us to actually be able to understand what a lack of awareness, have awareness, and fulfill our awareness. So the 3 standard reference systems. Three standard reference systems. We have science lens. We're going to looking at our life through scientific lens, the religious lens, religions, faith, and wisdom-based ethic, the lens of wisdom-based ethics, right? So at the deep root level, at the cause of the human beings lie the effect we experience today. Okay, so the laws of cause and effect. At the deep root level, which is the cause of human beings, lie the effect that we experience today. Okay. So today's session is a part of what we already touched upon in the inner awareness when we discuss about the topic human energetic structure. Right. So with the human energetic structure, we already discussed about inner awareness and where our inner awareness generates from, right? Okay, so today I'm going to just quickly remind you, not going to dig deep into where is it and how is it formed and what does it mean. I'm going to just reminding you because we already discussed this topic in previous sessions. So when we speak about the deeper layer within human being, we're referring to first, okay, so we have the 3 standard reference system. That is the root cause formula of life, the root cause formula of life, in the scientific lens, and under religious lens we have the human energetic structure. Lastly, under wisdom-based ethic lens, we have the triangle of reality. Okay, so now I need your help. Let's cooperate with me on this. So under scientific lens, we have the root cause formula of life. What is it? That is the cause with the cause. Okay, what is it? It's the cause of the root cause formula of life, the cause of human life. So when we speak about the root cause formula of life, what did we conclude it about the cause of human life? Does anyone remember? What is the cause of human life? Under
the image?
Yes, thank you very much. The image. Right. Image. In other words, we can say that our mental image, right? Our mental image. Here, image. And so, when we speak about the deeper layer within a human being, we are referring to the image or the mental image we hold within ourselves regarding that specific aspect. For example, if a person holds within them a positive image of health, then it is likely their health reflects that. Okay. And it's just like when Tuấn mentioned about his friend, okay, he holds a certain image of his health, so therefore he result in a certain way. And then when his friend has changed, has shifted his mindset, has shifted his image of himself, okay, then also the result also transform. So if someone carry the negative image of their marriage, and it's likely that their marriage reality also reflects that. So in essence, whatever mental image or whatever image a person contains within, that image reflects in their outer reality. Okay. So when a person mentions something and their inner state, okay, is balanced and positive oriented, balanced and positive oriented, and they also, okay, so we have image on this. With human energetic structure, okay, the cause of human life, the root cause of human life is light on our evil deed, good deed, and merit. Okay, and evil deed correspond to the negative energy. Okay, good deeds correspond to the positive energy, and the merit correspond to balanced energy. So that's energies, okay, within us. We call them as our inner state. It's our inner state. Our inner state. Okay. So inner state, okay, it can be negative, it can be positive, or it can be balanced. Yeah. And what we strive to live every day is to have the balance and positive inner state. Okay. And on this side, on the wisdom-based ethic lens, okay, we have the triangle of reality. So what did we conclude in the triangle of reality? What is our root cause of human life according to the triangle of reality? What did we conclude? What did we conclude on the triangle of reality is...
Concept, teacher.
Yes, thank you, Teacher Gemma. So source concept. Source concept.
Yeah.
Yes, source concept. Source concept. Okay. So whenever so now we're going to combine these three lens of life. Okay, instead of starting on one side, we're going to have the best of everything. Yeah. Whenever a person mentions something and their inner state is balanced and positive oriented, and they also hold the beneficial source concept and a positive image about that topic. That person tend to manifest a desirable reality regarding that matter, regarding that topic. Yeah. Okay. So that's the theory. Okay. However, in reality, when people think of, let's say, their inner being, their health, okay, most of us carry detrimental source concept or unbeneficial source concept. For example, let's say, what do we know about our stomach disease, our liver disease, our eye conditions? In our society, in reality, most people carry plenty of knowledge about disease, right? Instead of knowledge about vitality, we carry a lot of knowledge about disease, okay? And that is negatively rooted. So similarly, when we mentioned marriage, especially women in our society today, especially women, I can only talk for myself. Okay, most women often carry detrimental source concept about marriage, or unbeneficial source concept about marriage. Okay, like they're taking care of everything, they're worrying about their children, they're bearing all the family's burdens. Okay, and so their mental image of marriage is often filled with stress or negative emotion. That is the negative inner state. So if we dig deeper into the root cause, most people in our society hold detrimental source concept about marriage. Okay, have an inner state that is negative, okay, negative oriented about marriage, and they carry negative mental image about it that leads to undesirable marital reality, that leads to undesirable marriage. Okay? And likewise, when people speak about humans or humans being, many of us hold detrimental source concept, yeah, about human beings. We carry the most of us we hold detrimental source concept about ourselves and about other people. Not only that, we carry the negative inner state, and we store the negative mental image of ourselves and other people. So as a result, okay, we still lack awareness of human beings. In another word, we lack awareness of ourselves and others. Right. So when someone talk about their friends or parents, okay, if they carry any detrimental source concept about them, and they hold the negative inner state, okay, so negative inner state, okay, and store the negative image of them, then it simply means they do not have awareness about these people yet. Yeah, they do not have awareness, they lack awareness of these people. And rather than asking, oh, why my life is like this, why my life is like that, okay, let's just come back to a simple truth. As human beings are the core of our reality. Okay, human beings are the core of our reality. Yeah. So if we can hold fulfilled awareness about the various dimensions of humanity, then naturally we will manifest desirable human reality. So whenever something undesirable happens in our life, we can conclude that we do not yet have awareness about that area. Okay, we lack awareness about that area. Okay. So therefore, we do not yet have awareness or do not have a human reality in alignment with what we desire. Okay. So when we can say that someone has awareness about something, when can we say someone has awareness about something? That is when they carry a balanced to positive inner state. Okay, that when they carry the balanced to positive inner state about something, carry the balanced to positive inner state about something. Yeah. So when they carry a balanced to positive inner state about balanced positive oriented state, okay, when we mention any topic, then that person have awareness about that topic, about that aspect. Let's take an example. Right. If someone in this very moment hears the word husband or wife, and they respond with an inner state that is balanced and positive, we can safely assume that they have a desirable relationships and they have awareness about their spouse. Okay, they have awareness about their spouse. So when we speak about anything and that is have awareness. Okay, so what is fulfilled awareness? Okay, fulfilled awareness is we not only have the balance to positive inner state when we mention of something. Okay, when we speak about anything, we not only have balance to positive inner state. So first we start with have balance to positive inner state. Oopsie. Balance to positive inner state. Okay, please allow me to write inner state in abbreviation IS. Okay, inner state. But not only that, we also carry the positive mental image. Okay, carry the positive mental image. Okay, and we hold the beneficial source concept. Beneficial source concept. Right. Okay. So when we can maintain the three aspects, okay, when we can maintain all of these three aspects, then we basically have fulfilled awareness. So when we speak about anything and we hold the beneficial source concept, we carry the positive mental image, and we maintain an inner state that is balanced to positive oriented. Then we can say we possess fulfilled awareness about something. Okay, whenever we speak about something and our inner state is negative, okay, it means we do not yet have awareness about that aspect. So awareness exists in the form of concept, okay, in the form of image, and in the form of inner state. So we don't, but the thing is that we don't say that, oh, I used to have awareness, we don't say that. We don't say that I used to have awareness. But instead we describe ourselves as have lack awareness, or no awareness, basic awareness, or fulfill awareness, or lack awareness, have awareness, and fulfill awareness. So for example, if someone mentioned money, okay, and if someone mentioned money to us and our inner state turned negative, then what we say? We say that we do not yet have awareness about money. But you know what? Most of us, when we was a little kid, when we was born, when we first born into this world, we all have awareness about money. Isn't that wonderful? We all have awareness about health. We all have awareness about relationships. We all have awareness about our inner being. Do you know that? Do you know that when you was born into this world, you already have awareness about finances, especially about money. You already have awareness about inner beings. You already have awareness about health, and you already have awareness about relationships as well. But of course, while you're growing up, on the journey of growing up, you start losing all of that awareness and go back to the beginning, lack awareness. Okay. So this learning journey is designed to help us cultivate deep awareness of human beings. Okay, we elevate awareness of people and of others and of ourselves. So understanding where the awareness comes from is the first step, and what kind of awareness we currently have is the second step, right? So now looking at this diagram, Okay, can you tell me when you think of yourself, which stage are you at? Which stage are you at? Are you lack awareness of yourself? You have awareness of yourself, or you already fulfilled awareness of yourself? Anyone?
A bit of both, black and half. Back and forth.
Back and
That's
forth,
what I'm
bit
learning.
of both. Well, you can't make up your mind, can you?
Yeah. Fulfill, not yet. Trying to get there.
Okay, I know what you mean. We all been
Yep.
there. Thank you for being
Oh.
honest. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we all been there
Yeah, I
sometimes.
have the same idea with Mr. Bean.
Yes,
I have
Gemma.
the same idea because sometimes
Ah.
some aspects I have fulfilled awareness, but the other lack or have only. So not completely, just different aspects will different have would have a different inner state about that.
Yeah. So this learning journey is we're going to elevate all of that. We're going to elevate our awareness completely, fully, from not having awareness to have awareness. And even you already have awareness right now, we're going to even elevate it up further to deep awareness, fulfilled awareness of ourselves and then of others, okay, and in a whole as human beings. Okay. So to
Teacher.
process,
May I have a question here?
please go ahead.
Is it related to the triangle we talk about 3 prime reference systems? So fulfilled awareness, when we aware of 3 prime reference system will help us to have a good picture, good thoughts, concepts, and balanced positive inner state. So does that mean that when we learn about this knowledge about 3 prime reference systems, we highly chance that we will have awareness about everything?
Standard reference system.
Yes.
Excuse me. So previously all the teacher like teachers Xuân Thông, teacher Hoàng, teachers Long, teacher Linh Lê have already, teacher Me already shared with us these standard reference systems as well as the 7 holistic wealth, the 7 dimensions of holistic wealth, right? So those are what we call the cause within us, the good cause that we need to cultivate, and all of that is based on the foundation of this standard reference system. Yeah. So when we have awareness of this standard reference system, it's partly we actually have awareness of everything in life. But in reality, but that is just theory. That's just theory. What other teachers has passed to you, so they have awareness, and they pass that knowledge to you. So when you heard it, when you seen it, okay, it's only theory so far. Okay, in order for it to turn into your awareness, yeah, in order for us to turn into your awareness, you have to have a vivid image of what it is. You have to, when you think about it, you know clearly, you have a certain source concept that pop up in your mind immediately when we mention 3 standard reference system. And your inner state, whenever someone mentioned this knowledge, okay, is very balanced and positive oriented. But mostly what we say or what we're speaking it out or what you see on the screen, a diagram, it's just the theory part of you. You know what I mean? So in order for it to be able to turn into your awareness, you have to completely, thoroughly comprehend it or apply it in your life and turn it into your reality. Once you have the realities of the standard reference system in your life, then basically, okay, you can be master of any other aspect in your life. So yes, this is the foundation as well as the solution for all of our challenges in life. Okay. So whenever we mention something and the person's inner state becomes person inner state have positive image, have a beneficial source concept, and the balance to positive inner state. That means we are fulfilled our awareness of something. Or in the teacher Gemma case, it could be she have fulfilled awareness of the standard reference system. Yeah. So now we have already clarified the differences between lack awareness, have awareness, and fulfilled awareness. Okay, and but in human life dimensions like relationships, contribution, values, most of us have not yet formed clear concept. Yeah, most of us have not yet formed clear concept. Okay, and that's why we say that we do not yet have awareness of human life. We do not yet have awareness of ourselves. We do not yet have awareness of others. Okay. So what is the human roles in our human life? What is our roles in human life? What is the other people roles in our human life? Now we're going to look deep and have inquiry about it in order for us to attend enlighten about it, right? Because we often say there's a saying, minor inquiry, minor enlighten, okay? Greater inquiry, greater enlighten. So when we do not yet have a clear concept, a positive image and the balance in the state about human beings, about ourselves, about others, okay? When we do not yet have clear concept, okay, image and balance in the state about ourselves and about others, okay, then we cannot yet answer the questions that what is our true participation in human life is. Okay, so this is the next step we're going to do, to fulfill our awareness of ourselves and fulfill awareness of others. So let's start with the formula. Go back to the formula: good cause plus favorable condition equal desirable outcome. So let me adjust the screen, the paper. So looking at this diagram, okay, good cause plus favorable condition equal desirable outcomes. So here conditioned again is mean the connection, it refers to the favorable human interaction, favorable connection in life. So when we think about people in an inner state that is balanced and positive oriented, it means that those people are our favorable conditions that come into our life. So when we think about people, especially our loved ones, the people who close to us, people who dearest to us, so if we hold a beneficial source concept about them, we have the positive image about them, and we also maintain the inner state that is balanced, positive towards them, then we are already sowing the good cause, okay, in our human experience. And when the favorable condition arises, then we harvest the desirable outcome in life. A good cause will always produce a desirable result. A favorable condition will not activate a harmful seed. So, therefore, when we hold fulfilled awareness of ourselves and of others, or in another word, we hold fulfilled awareness of human being. That means we have positive awareness. Okay, we have balance to positive inner state of ourselves and others. We have the beneficial source concept of ourselves and others, and we have the positive image of ourselves and others. Okay, that means our foundation is built on good cause. So when we have all of this, that is the foundation. These are the foundations, okay, of good cause regarding human beings. So when the favorable conditions comes along, we naturally manifest the desirable outcome in life. Yeah. And when we manifest this desirable outcome, we accumulate good deeds and merit. Okay. When we manifest this desirable outcome, we accumulate good deeds and merit. So, favorable conditions come from people, okay, and good cause come from ourselves. Let's looking at good cause, that is ourselves, and favorable condition is others, other peoples. Okay, so when you want to reap desirable outcome, when you want to have a desirable reality in life, you need to create positive human interaction, positive connection. Yeah. So we must first cultivate fulfilled awareness of ourselves and others. And achieving fulfilled awareness of ourselves and others means that we have fulfilled our awareness of human beings. Okay, and that means we are attaining a fulfilled awareness of ourselves and fulfilled awareness of others. Okay, right. So first, let's looking at ourselves. Okay, before we can reflect outer world, we need to looking at the inner world. So let's start with ourselves. Okay, start with fulfilled awareness of ourselves. Okay. Ourself, or what I can say, fulfilled awareness of oneself. Fulfilled awareness of oneself. Fulfilled awareness of oneself. Okay, so when we talk about human being as a whole, okay, there's a certain concept that come into our mind, or when we talk about ourselves, or talking about ourselves, oneself, there's a certain concept should come into our mind based on the previous session that we learned. Okay, right. So depend on how much you can tell me today will reflect on your awareness of who you are. Okay, so if you can cooperate with me on this, we can see that how much you know about yourself, how much awareness you have about yourself, how many concepts that you can come up about yourself that will be the result of your awareness about yourself. Yeah. So, in the inner awareness model, we begin to clarify these, or the aspects or the concepts of human energetic structure. Yeah. So, please tell me, whenever we mention of ourself or oneself or yourself, what concept do you have? What concept do you have? What concept do you hold in your head right now? You can type it on the chat box if it's not convenient to talk. I'll just turn the mic on. So what concept come to your mind when I mentioned yourself, oneself? Okay. What concept do you have? Anyone remember what we learned in previous session about the human energetic structures? What concept have you learned in the topic of human energetic? So, thank you, teacher Gemma. So, inner truth, human nature, emotion. Great. Anything else? So we have inner truth, inner truth, okay. Human nature, right. Our emotion, okay. Our body, okay. Anything else? So, inner truth, that is the scientific term. With folk terms, we have our heart, right? Our heart, okay. And natures is the folk terms. With scientific terms, they said that there is our ego, or our our characters, right? And the same with the body. Okay. So put it differently, we come to understand the truth of ourselves. Okay, our personal, our characters, our personality. Yeah, should be personality, not character. Should be personality. It's personality. We have character later. Personality, our emotions, okay, and our physical body. Physical body. Our physical body. Okay. And from the perspective of Buddhism, we may explore the inner truth, or the true, the Buddha nature. Okay. The Buddha nature, or the true nature. Buddha nature. Okay. Or true nature. Now, there's 16 human natures. Human nature. Okay. And what else? And 84,000 illusory bubble, right? And instead of saying this, our emotions, our personality, okay, we're saying that is our emotion, our feeling. We say it is 84,000 illusory bubble. Illusory bubble, and the four great elemental body, 4 great bodies element. that include earth, water, fire, air. Fire, air. Okay. Right, so that is the first information, the first concept that we hold about our self, yeah? When we learned of the topics in the human energetic structure, right? So these are the concepts that we hold of ourselves. And then after that we furthermore we explore of wisdom, right? We explore wisdom, we explored meditation, we explored about our characters, and we also discussed about our virtue, then our competency, our physicality, and lastly, okay, and physicality, that's it. Physicality, not the outside part of material. So those so far, these concepts on this page, okay, these are the most fundamental elements when we talk about ourselves. Yeah, when we talk about ourselves, these are the most fundamental elements. Whenever we refer to ourselves, we must consider the foundation of heart, nature's emotions, body, okay, and the inner truth, the inner truth, personality, okay, physical body, Buddha nature, 16 human natures, 84,000 illusory bubbles for great body elements that include earth, water, fire, air, and our wisdom, our meditation, our characters, our virtue, our competency, our physicality. Right. And on top of that, we also have the three fields of evil deed, good deed, merit. Okay. Evil deed, right, good deed, and merit. So these are the three energy fields. Okay, three energy fields. So three fields. We also have what we call the total karma. Total karma, and that total karma includes our consciousness, okay, our total karmic consciousness, our total karmic condition, and our total karmic outcome. So, fulfilled awareness of ourself, of oneself, that includes the awareness of fulfilled awareness of our inner truth, our inner emptiness, inner truth or inner emptiness, okay, of inner beings, fulfilled awareness of the emptiness of all things, okay, the emptiness of all things, yeah. So the inner emptiness of inner being, the emptiness of all things, awareness of wisdom, awareness of meditation, awareness of characters, awareness of virtue, awareness of competency, awareness of physicality, right? Okay. and awareness of three fields and total karma. And next we also have awareness of dreams life. Okay? Awareness of dream life, dream occupation, awareness of dream life, and awareness of life's realms, or realms of life. Realms of life. Okay. Also, there will be awareness of finances, which is what kinds of money we possess. Yeah, and awareness of finances. Awareness of finances. Awareness of business. And awareness of investment. Right. So all of this is the awareness of oneself, awareness of ourself. So do you have all of these concepts in your mind yet? Do you have all of these concepts when you think of yourself? So now, do you know the reason why sometimes you lack awareness of yourself and sometimes you have awareness of yourself? Okay, because when we mention of ourselves, these concepts do not pop up in our head yet. Right? So until the moment in your life when you think of yourself and all these concepts are filled in your head. Okay? Your head filled with all of these concepts, all of the image, beautiful image of these knowledge. Okay, that day is the day that you have fulfilled awareness of yourself. Okay, now, so once you are aware of all these aspects in this diagram, you have attained a fulfilled awareness of yourself. Okay? Is that clear? As everyone understand? Are we on the same page here?
Yes, teacher. Got it. So, I have awareness about something, just some in here, not everything. So that's why ups and downs in some aspects.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're cold. Right. There was a song of Carrie Patty. Sometimes you're hot and sometimes you're cold. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. Sometimes you're in and sometimes you're out. So once we understand all of these through all of these diagrams, through all the teaching, then we begin to truly understand what it means to be ourselves, to be a human being. Yeah. So first we need to develop self-awareness. Okay, self-awareness of ourselves. Self-awareness of ourselves, that including understanding of our heart, our natures, our emotions, our body, okay, our wisdom, our meditation, characters, virtue, competency, physicality, okay, our three fields, our total karma, and secondly, in our interactions with others, we must develop fulfill awareness of others. Okay, so fulfills awareness of others. But first, to understand ourselves and to understand others, okay, this is the first goal of learning. Okay, this is the first goal. The whole of the information in here, or the concept in here, is the first goal that we need to fill out our knowledge, filled up our source concept. So, in order to get to the fulfilled awareness of human being, firstly, we need to have fulfilled awareness of ourselves first. Okay. You know that this topic is very powerful because it's very meaningful for any conversation. If you be able to have a deep self-reflection on all these concepts, okay, this will help yourself, and if you have the children as well, this will help your children understand the human experience and navigate the human life consciously. Okay. Before we talk about others, yeah, let's so we got to fulfill our awareness of ourselves, and in order to actually grasp or the fulfilled awareness of ourselves, there is the concept I would like to introduce to you. That is the concepts about wealth, about fame, wealth, your greed perception, and your fame and wealth. Okay, so it's also built upon the triangle as well. So this triangle, we first looking at, okay, releasing certain greed and perception in our life. Okay, in order to be able to fulfill the awareness of ourselves, okay, we have to release the certain attachment to things in our life, and those things as our fame, those things as a wealth, and those things are our greed and perception. Okay, so first let's looking at releasing fame, looking at our fame, releasing, okay, release fame. Yeah. So other people in society, okay, the white ones encourage us to release our fame, okay, release our greed and perception of achieving fame, okay, release our personal greed and perception of achieving fame. So when we do so, we elevate the rest of our life. When we are able to release fame, meanings, we let go of fame for ourselves. We let go of fame for ourselves. Then, when we do that, favorable conditions arise, and achievements come through others. So, if our fames become too great, it can overshadow and harm us in life. And when we manage to release this fame, we will recognize that everything we have today is because of other people. Okay, so thanks for those favorable conditions, we aware that our achievement granted by others. Okay, our achievement is granted by others. So in order to be able to do this, we not need to hold the mentality that desirable outcome come from favorable conditions and achievements through others. Yeah, desirable outcomes come from favorable conditions. So let me write down. It's not on the same page, but okay, just put it here. So desirable outcomes come from favorable conditions. Conditions and our achievements granted by others. Okay, our achievements granted by others, our achievement through others. Achievement granted by others. Okay. For example, when we suddenly receive a blessing, let's say our child achieves something remarkable, then we should become aware that, oh, right, this success, our child's success, is due to others, due to the teacher, due to the family members, due to everyone in society. Okay, and if we can hold that mentality, that will help us stay humble. And if we let fame drive us towards arrogance, then this will not benefit us at all, because we are aware that undesirable outcomes. So if we have undesirable outcome in life, undesirable outcome, okay, outcomes, undesirable outcome that stem from unwholesome causes. Unwholesome causes. And the root lies within ourselves. The root lies, okay, within ourselves. Okay. So desirable outcomes, favorable or desirable outcomes come from favorable conditions and achievements through others. Undesirable outcomes stem from unwholesome causes, and the root lies within ourselves. Okay. So desirable outcomes are brought about by favorable conditions and our achievements granted by others. Baby. So in this way, we learn to realign our personal greed and perception and maintain an inner balanced state. Okay? By having this in our mind, holding this in our mind, we'll be able to maintain an inner balanced state, a balanced inner state. Okay? Right. And everything we have today also come from achievements granted by others. Achievements granted by others. Okay, so that's why we also need not only releasing fame, but we also need to release our wealth. Release wealth. And we have two different aspects of wealth that include the money and include our talent. Yeah. So releasing our talent, releasing our money. Okay. By understanding that our achievements granted by others, and who's those others? That is the wise who offer guidance. The wise who offer guidance to us, the helper who helps us. The connectors who connect people to us, the prosper who supporting us, the talented who shoulders the responsibility for us, the master who leads the way, the teachers who give us wisdom-based ethics, the experts who shapes our thinking, the enlightened who awakens our wisdom. Okay, so these 9 types of people. And remember that our achievement granted by others, and those other peoples are the wise. Okay, the wise, the helper, okay, the connector, so the wise who offer guidance, the helpers who help us, the connector who connects us to people, okay, the prosper who supports, okay, the talent, the talented, okay, who shoulders the our responsibility. Okay, the master who leads the way, the teachers who give us wisdom-based ethics. Okay. Hai chữ thanh. And the expert who shapes our thinking. The expert who shaped our thinking. And the enlightened the enlightened who awakens our wisdom. So our current wealth, our current money, wealth, talent exists because of these 9 types of people. Yeah, the 9 types of people. Because of these 9 types of people, that's how we can have the talent that we have. We can have the wealth and the money that we have today. And again, money is simply a universal equivalent of exchange, universal medium of exchange. Yeah, money is simply a universal equivalent. It exists and functions based on human value, and its role is to serve the development and growth of human life. So when we spend money meaningfully, it means we truly release wealth. Okay, so 9 types of people and spend money meaningfully. Spend money meaningfully. Okay. Hi chị Thanh, how's your trip? Did you have a good day at the NASA Center?
No, not yet. We haven't gone yet. We will go this weekend. We will leave on this Friday.
Oh, so this weekend, not last weekend.
No, not last
I was in the assumption that you already gone there last weekend. So this
No.
weekend coming.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Ask the teacher.
I mean, we can meet up. It's only an hour drive from us, but the thing is that if we get there, then because the schedule that you have with your children is we have to split up between we engage with each other, and then you have to take up your children as well. So I think it's best if you just enjoy your time.
Yes. We will talk more. Yes, we will talk more.
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay. So when we spend money meaningfully, it means we truly release wealth. Yeah. So talents are also granted by others from the lessons that we learned, given by our teacher, through our thoughts that shaped by the expert, okay, the guidance from the mentor, the master, and our wisdoms awakened by the enlightened, right? The enlightened being. So therefore, our money and talents are gifts that brought about by others. And finance exists to serve the existence and development of human life. We need to remember that the finances exist to serve the existence and development of human life. So when we use our money to help others and making others happy, we have officially released wealth. Okay. And lastly, we also need to release our greed and perception. Okay. Release our greed and perception. Okay. So to release our greed and perception is to place others' interests above our own. Okay, to place other interests above our own without diminish our own interests. Okay, place others interest above our own. About our own, without diminishing our interest. Without diminishing our interest. So when we proactively release fame, release wealth, and release personal greed and perception, we naturally align ourselves with the positive direction. Okay, positive direction. So how can we release fame? By deeply recognizing that desirable outcomes, comes from favorable conditions, and our achievement granted by others. Okay, undesirable outcomes stems from unwholesome causes, and the root lies within ourselves.
Mom in bed. You want to check up, Mom? You want to check up?
Okay. So, and how can we release wealth? By understanding that our talent and money, our finances, exist due to the guidance of the wise, the support, the help of the helpers, the connection of the connector, the support of the prosperous, the shoulderings or assistance from the talented, okay, the leaderships of the master, the teachings of the teachers, the wisdom-based ethics of the teachers, the thinking from the expert, and the awakenings from the enlightened.
Like,
yeah.
That's crunchy.
Okay.
You can put in that. And put in the 18.
Teacher Gemma, can you help to manage the Zoom?
It's just spill upon your bowl. We only need to cook.
Thank you. Yeah. So when we use our talent to serve humanity and our money to support human development, even with money in hand, we remain humble, and that means we are truly release wealth. So, and what does it mean to release personal greed and perception? It means that we do not lower our self-interest, but rather we elevate the interest of others above ourselves. And we acknowledge that what others have achieved is simply due to favorable conditions. Okay? Not because of us, not because of our help or anything, but because the favorable conditions. Yeah? That they have achieved what they achieved. So that is the awareness that we need to hold, okay, in order to fulfill the awareness of ourselves. Okay. And also, I would like to introduce to you the certain concept. When we talk about the awareness, fulfill awareness of oneself as well. Okay. So we have the three terms based on another triangle. So when we have this, when we are clear of this concept inside of us, we start with the inner truth, inner emptiness of inner beings, right? So that's by starting from there, then we understand that we are no one, or I am no one. Then we open the possibility to become anyone. Yeah. So we can be any of this, and we can be none of this. So the awareness that we are no one, then the possibility that we can become anyone, and this make it easier to develop true awareness of ourselves, and naturally awareness of others later as well. Okay, so let's go deeper. What concept do we hold about ourselves? Yeah. Do you hold all of these concepts in your mind about yourself? Now, what concept in here do you hold about yourself? So when we speak of ourself, of oneself, what source concept arise within us? What source concept arise within us? Let me introduce to you the three terms. The three terms. First one is conceptualization. Okay, conceptualization. Conceptualization. Oh, too long. Conceptualization. Okay, state formation. State formation. And imaginization. Imaginalization. Okay. Right. Conceptualization, state formation, and imaginalization. So these are the processes by which we internalize. So when we internalize ourselves and consistently framed reality. Okay. Let's say if every time, when we say that we fulfilled awareness of ourselves, yeah, how can we conceptualize it? How can we imaginalize it? How can we form our state about it? So, if every time we mention if every time we mention something, and we had the same concepts that arise, we call that conceptualization. Yeah. If every time we mentioned ourselves and the same concept arise, we call that conceptualization of ourselves. Okay, let me repeat. If every time we mention something, the same concept arise, we call that conceptualization. And if every time we mention ourselves, we mention oneself, the same concept arises, we call that conceptualization. So if every time we mention of ourselves, our personal self, these same concepts arises in our mind. Okay. Then we call that concept, we have been conceptualized ourselves. Okay, conceptualization. State formation. What is state formation? State formation. So if each time we mention something and we bring up the same internal state, we call that state formation. If every time we mention ourselves, okay, we maintain the same inner state, okay, the same balance to positive inner state, then we call that we have been state formation ourselves. And what is imaginalization? If we consistently carry the same mental image of ourselves, we call that imaginalization. If we consistently carry the same image of others, we call that we have imaginalization of others. For example, if each day we have a different concept of ourselves, can we say that we are conceptualize ourselves yet? No, right? If we base on this definition that we just say, conceptualization is when you mentioned of yourself, okay? Every time you mention yourself, the same concepts arise. Then you can say that you have been conceptualized yourself. So if each day you wake up and you have a different concept of yourself, that is not conceptualization at all. But if day after day, month after month, year after year, you return to the consistent concept of who you are, that's a true conceptualization. So the same principles apply to our state and our image. Okay? When we speak of ourselves, with the beneficial source concept of who we are, the balance to positive oriented direction, okay, and the positive image of who we are, then we are anchoring a stable cause within us. Okay, we're anchoring a stable cause within us. And when favorable conditions arise, the fruit or the outcome will naturally emerge. In another way, once the right information is stabilized within us, okay, when the right information, so this is information, is stabilized within us, and the energies is present, okay, then the material manifestation will follow. So once we anchor the cause within us, then the condition is aligned and we receive the outcome or the result. And by stabilizing our inner information, then when energies is sufficient, it's expressed as our reality. Okay, our reality. So we have the information, the energies, and material here. So a human, okay, we already discussed that. So we must consciously conceptualize ourselves. Okay, our task from now to the end of this life, we must consciously conceptualize ourselves by fixing the beneficial source concept about who we are. Yeah, all of these concepts need to get into your head. All of these concepts. Okay, whenever I said about what do you think of yourself, okay, what do you know about yourself, all of these source concepts need to pop up in your head. You have to have a very clear source concept of all of these terms in your head. Yeah, so our task is now very clear. We must consciously conceptualize ourselves by fixing these beneficial source concepts about who we are. That's the first step. Okay, yeah, and that is how we conceptualize ourselves. And second step, we anchoring the balance and positive inner state in how we perceive both ourselves and others, and that's how we create the state formation. Okay, and lastly, fixing a clear and positive image of who we are. Clear and positive in the image of who we are. So when we stabilize our inner information, which naturally determines our energy, okay, which then manifests into our material reality. Yeah. So this process from stabilize our information to our energy, to form our energy, and then manifest into our reality, our material world. Okay, this process is what we refer to as conceptualization. This is stabilizing our self-concept. Okay, state formation is stabilizing our inner state. Okay, our emotional equilibrium. Okay, and imaginalization means stabilizing the inner image that we hold of ourselves. Okay, so did you get that? Right. So conceptualization, stay about of yourself, is you are stabilizing your self-concept. Yeah, stabilizing your self-concept. State formation of yourself is when you stabilize your inner state to add balance to positive, and imaginalization of yourself, imaginalize yourself, means you are stabilizing your image that you hold of yourself. So when the cause is stabilized within us, yeah, so all of this we call the cause within us is stabilized. The conditions aligned, and the result, the outcomes unfold in our life. The outcome will appear in our life. Okay. So the wise ones have shown us that everything in life carry the natures of concept, state, and an image. So whenever we think of something, the concept we hold, the feeling we associate with, and the image we see in our mind, that things become exactly what we believe it to be. And in the same way, human beings are also like that. Whatever concept, whatever inner state or emotional state, and whatever mental image you hold of yourself as a person, that's how you experience and relate to in your life. So, in conclusion, we come to understand that our human beings, we have the inner emptiness. So first we talk about ourselves. We usually prefer to something, but today we are going to reorganize the information about ourselves when that topic come up. Yeah. So whenever mention ourselves, we going to, so this knowledge, we go into reorganize them into a triangle, the triangle. So when we mention of ourselves, we have information, energy, and material. Okay. So let's fulfill the conception of ourselves. When we refer to ourselves, we begin by reordering the inner information we hold of who we are. Yeah. So we begin to reordering or reorganizing the information within ourselves. So when we speak of ourselves, we should prioritize the wisdom of ourselves, the top priority. So top priorities is our wisdom. Okay. And mentation is the next priority. Okay. Mentation. Mentation is the next priority. Okay. Also, we have characters is also the key foundation as well. Characters. Right. So when we mention ourselves, when we mention oneself, okay, these are the knowledge that should pop up in our mind. Our wisdom. What is wisdom involved? What is our wisdom? How many level of wisdom? Okay. How many mentation that we need to hold, and how many characters that we need to have. Right. Okay. Next is an essentials cause either virtue is our virtue. The essentials cause is our virtue. The virtues, so our virtues, the virtue of ourselves, the competencies of ourselves. Okay. Competency of ourselves and the physicality of ourselves. Physicality of ourselves. So this is also the vital support as well. So when speaking of ourselves, we prioritize these 6 inner conceptualization, these 6 aspects. Okay. And these are the 6 essential conceptions we must carry when referring to our inner self. Okay. And when speaking of our outer self, so this is our inner self. When we speaking of the outer self, we prioritize the outer self. We will prioritize our dream profession. Okay, our dream professions, our dream occupation. Sorry, our dream occupation. Dream occupation. Dream occupation. Okay, which is the vocation through which we contribute to the world, occupation. Okay. Next we have dream life. Dream life. Dream life. Dream life is the way our everyday living is structured in alignment with our purpose, and is often shown in the 8 great harmonious condition. And lastly, we have dreams of life, 7. So dreams of life. So 7 dreams of life is the level of awareness and quality of our consciousness, of our consciousness in life. So these 3 traits, dreams, occupation, dream life, dreams of life, describe the external manifestation of ourselves. Yeah. Whereas wisdom, mentation, character, virtue, competency, and physicality is the internal manifestation of ourselves. So in total, we have the 9 foundational conception of ourselves. 9. So this in total, the 9 foundational conception of ourselves. And as first, we may say that, okay, I am no one, meaning we are free from a fixed identity. But from there, we can consciously name our wisdom, name our mentation, name our character, name our virtue, name our competency, and our physicality. Then we're going to name our dream occupation, dream life, and dreams of life. So when we consistently hold the same conception, the same inner state, and the same image of ourselves across time, that is called conceptualization. Okay? Which means we have stable meanings of ourselves. Okay? We have it's called conceptualization. Okay? State formation, the stable inner state, and imaginalization, with a stable inner image. So if we maintain beneficial source concept of ourselves with an inner state that is balanced and positive, and if we carry a positive positive image of ourselves, then we are anchoring the seed of fulfillment within us. And this is called fixing the cause within. Fixing the cause within ourselves. With fixing the cause, okay? Fixing the seed, okay? The seed that we sow inside of us. Okay? The causes that we nurture inside of us. So once the right condition arrives, this seed, these causes will blossom into reality. Or in other words, when we stabilize our inner information of us, our energies will gather and form will naturally, and the material will naturally appear. Okay. And that is the content for today. Okay. If you had the chance today, going home and redraw this image, as well as stick it in front of you. So every day you wake up and you look at this diagram, then you start building up the concept, building up the source concept, building up the image that you have, building up the inner state about yourself, until one day you'll be able to fulfill awareness of yourself, and that days your life going to transform. Okay. So that's the first thing we discussed today. Quite a lot, isn't it? About ourselves. Right, in summary, okay, let me summarize what we learned today. Okay, so far, the topic that we're going to learn today and the next 2 days will be about conditions, or about condition, or about human interaction, about human connection. Okay. And first we learn about, we'll be able to fulfill our awareness of human being. Okay. So in order to fulfill awareness of human being, we first identify what is awareness. Okay. What is awareness? Okay. What is awareness? And what is lack of awareness? What is having awareness? And what is fulfill awareness? So we have already defined that. That's the first step. And second step, we're looking at whether we are fulfilled awareness of human beings, start with ourselves. Okay, and then we're moving on to the others the next few days. So today we're looking at fulfill awareness of ourselves. Okay, and if we have fulfilled awareness of ourselves, then technically whenever we think of ourselves, we have the positive image of ourselves, we have the beneficial source concept of ourselves, we have the balanced positive inner state of ourselves. Okay, so first, the source concept, the beneficial source concept. When mention of yourself, what beneficial source concept you have, they're all included in this diagram. All the source concept that you can ever think of yourself, that is stored in this diagram. Yeah. And this is what we need to do from now on to the rest of our life. If we want to have fulfilled awareness of ourselves and others, okay, we need to cultivate all of this knowledge, all of this concept inside of us. Okay? So days after day, month after month, year after year, we need to maintain the same concept of ourselves. And when we be able to do that, we have already conceptualized ourselves. Okay, and when we think of ourselves, okay, every single day when we think of ourselves, we have the same balanced or positive inner state. That is means we have state formations of ourselves. We have state formalize ourselves. And also, when we think of ourselves, we hold the positive image of ourselves. Then we have already imaginalized ourselves. Yeah. And also, in order to do that, okay, we need to maintain the knowledge of our greed, of releasing our greed and perception about fame, about wealth, okay, and about everything in life, basically, by maintaining the mentality that our desirable outcomes comes from favorable conditions and our achievement granted by others. If whenever in life we encounter undesirable outcomes, then we need to remember that it's all rooted from unwholesome causes within us, and the roots lies within ourselves. And by releasing wealth, we know how to spend money meaningfully, and our talents that we owe today, we possess today, that is granted by the 9 types of people in our life: the wise, the helper, the connector, the prosper, the talented, the master, the teacher, the expert, and the enlightened. Also, in order to release our greed and perception, we need to place other interests above our own without dismiss our own interest. And that is all the information that we have discussed today. Right. Anyone have any questions?
Yes, teacher. May I have a question that I don't really understand about the last page you have shared, that about
This
fame, about release fame, wealth, greed, and perception. About fame and wealth, I kind of understand it, but how about greed and perception? When we interact with others, but we don't have any greed and perception, I think whenever I meet someone, before I share anything with them, I will expect that I will give them some value or have some results, not for myself or even for them. So release it, what does it mean?
Okay, so when can you release something? When can you release something? Not just talk about your greed and perception, let's just about general things in life. When can you release something?
When I have it, and I don't
when you have it, when you
anymore.
hold it in your hand, when you have it, when you possess it, when you owe it, then you can release it. Yeah. So
Yes, right.
we always, as a human beings, in our human natures always exist, greed and perception. That is a part of ourself. Greed and perception is who we are and what we are. It's a part of us. Greed and perception. Okay, we cannot run away from it unless we let go of this body. As long as we still live in this body, okay, the human natures, the cause of human natures is greed and perception. Yeah. So once you know that when you interact with someone, you okay, if you be able to want to have a successful interaction with someone, then it's best for you to release that greed and perception, which means you place other interests above your own interest. Okay, you have the certain greed and perception of yourself and of others, and you are aware of that. But when you encounter other people, okay, with a poor heart, you put other interests above yourself. Of course, without diminishing your own interests as well. When you be able to do that in life, that means you have already released your personal greed and perception. Okay. So when you release your greed and perception, it means that you do not lower your self-interest, but rather you elevate the interest of others above yourself. Let's say when you interact with your children, yeah, you always think of their own benefits before your own, right? Or sometimes you go to supermarket, maybe you don't even buy certain thing for yourself, but if your kid need it, your kid want it, you're willing to buy it for them. Yeah? So that means you put their interest above yourself, but without diminishing your own interest. Of course, what you buy for your kid doesn't do anything that damage yourself. Yeah, that okay. Whatever you bought for your kid does also benefit yourself as well. So by doing that, okay, so going in life, encounter anyone, interact with anyone in life, if you can hold that mentality that you've been dealing with your kids, placing other interests above your own, okay, then you have already released your greed and perception.
So it means greed and perception for my own need to be released. But how about pay the interest on their benefits, right? Is that right?
So
It
let's
means
say
I still wonder that still keep our greed and perception, but not for our own, but for others. Not release.
We always have that. We cannot, when we say that we release, it doesn't mean that we completely let go of it. Okay, because it's always a part of us, as our greed and perception is always a part of us. Okay, but instead of having greed and perception of ourselves, okay, we're going to have greed and perception for others, which means we put other interests above ourselves. Okay, so when we have greed and perception for other people, okay, when we have greed and perception for other people, not for ourselves, we put other people above ourselves. That means we are releasing our greed and perception. Okay, so other interests, we put other interests, other people interests first. Okay, whatever your kid like, you put it first, right? You have children, so you completely understand this. Okay, sometimes you go to the supermarket, okay, and you may wanted something, but then you're thinking of your kid, and you will prioritize your kid needs above your own, and you may spend more money for your kid instead of yourself. You may thinking of, okay, you want this, but you could save few bucks to spend more money on your kids, because when your kids be satisfied, be happy, that's also fulfilled you as well. Yeah. So instead of instead of buying things for yourself, buying things that you want, that is your greed and perception, right? Your greed and perception tell you that you like something and you want to buy it. But now you have a little kid, you have 2 little kids, okay? You place their interest above yourself, above your own interest, okay? And your kid likes something, your kid wants something. You might prioritize it before your own want it, because before your own need. Yeah?
Okay, I got it. So the same with fame and wealth, not for ourselves, but for them. So we do everything, help them to have fame and wealth, but not for us. It's okay, right?
Yes, it's kind of like that. You can understand it that way.
Yeah. Thank you so much, teacher.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you go over the meaning of the wise, the helper, the connector for me one more time?
Okay, the wise, the helper, the connector. These are the 9 types of people in our life. Okay, whenever we want to release wealth, okay, whenever we want to release wealth. So when we learned about the human energetic structure, okay, we know that our wealth includes our money and talent. Yeah, there's 2 parts of wealth: money and talent. Okay, so how can we release wealth, and why do we need to release wealth? If we get attached to wealth, okay, we are unable to accumulate good deeds and merit, because all of our good deeds and merit will be exchanged for wealth, exchanged for the money we owed, exchanged for the talent that we have. So if we accumulate, okay, if we try to gather all the money in our pocket, if we try to develop our own talent, okay, then we are building up our own wealth. Okay, and when we deal with other people, when we interact with other people, okay, the wealth that we have, the talent that we have, if it doesn't benefit others, it doesn't have any meaning at all. Do you agree with me?
Okay, yes.
So if the money you have in your bank or your pocket, it doesn't benefit other people, it also doesn't mean anything at all. That money doesn't help you to accumulate good deeds and merit. That money doesn't, you don't spend them meaningfully. Yeah? So, which means it doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how talented you are. Agree? Okay, so now we have the concept, or the wise master have pointed out to us that in human life, okay, if we want to advance in human life, if we want to fulfill our awareness of ourselves and others, or fulfill our awareness of human beings, human life, then we should release our wealth by passing that to others. Okay, and in order to do that, okay, we need to remember that all of our monies, all our wealth, our talented that we have today, is because of others. They have granted that for us. Okay, through others that we be able to develop our talent. Through others that we be able to gather the money, okay, for ourselves. And those others are the 9 types of people that we need to have them in our life. Okay, the first person is the wise, who offer guidance to us. Okay, because of their guidance, the wise guidance, we be able to develop our talent. Because of the wise guidance, we be able to attract money. Okay, and we can't forget the helpers. So we have minor helpers, we have moderate helpers, we have major helpers. These helpers, they help us in every aspect of our life. Okay, and because they help, we have energies and time to develop our talent. Because of their help, okay, we be able to gain more money, or our finances get better. Okay, also the connectors, who connects us to many different relationships, many different people in life. Okay, and maybe some of those people will come out, our prosper, our master, our teachers. So the connectors connect us to others. The prospers is who offer our support. Okay, the prosper with their presence also enhance whatever we wish. Okay, or our wealth and talented and money just by the presence of the prosper in our life. Okay, that can enhance our talent, can maximize our money just by their presence. Okay, and talented are those who shoulders the responsibility that we have in life. Okay, the talented, they shoulder responsibility, our responsibility for us. The master, they lead the way. Okay, just like teacher Trang, he lead the way in human life for us. Okay, without him, we might not know much about human life. We mostly what we learned through for so far in our life, we learned a lot about the world view, but we hardly learned anything about human life view. And because of our master Trang,